In these problems, we're doing some division with decimals, and this is something I think you probably already know how to do. The only difference here is we have some negative signs. The rule to remember with multiplication or division with negative signs is that if you have an odd number of negative signs, like 1 or 3, your answer is going to be negative. If you have an even number of negative signs, like 2, your, um, your answer is going to be positive, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So as you can see, both of these problems have just one number with a negative sign. So both of them, the answers are going to be negative. So I'm just going to write a negative sign in here to remind myself of that. Now this first one is 2.22 divided by a negative 6. Well, I'm just going to do the number part of this division. 2.22 divided by 6. So I'm going to ask myself, I'm going to ignore this decimal sign for right now. I'm going to ask myself, how many 6s would go into 22? Well, 4 times 6 would be 24, so this should be 3. So that's 3 times 6 is 18, and then I can subtract that. 22 minus 18 is 4, so now I have 42. How many 6s in 42? Well, that's 7. So 7 times 6 is 42, and I get a remainder of 0. And then I just need to put my decimal place where it belongs, which is right there. So my answer here is 0.37, and in this case, a negative 0.37. In this next one, we have 4.61 divided by 10. When you divide something by a 10 or a power of 10, you're moving the decimal point to the left. If it's 10, you're moving it by 1 space. If it's 100, you're moving by 2 spaces. So this is going to be 0.461, well, a negative 0.461. So that is a little bit of work with signed decimal division.